everyone, and welcome to another week of Ashley and Steve watching NXT. And today we're going to open with a proposed drinking game for this episode of NXT.
Or any future episodes.
Indeed. Number 1. Take a shot whenever Finn Balor teases about Bullet Club.
Number 2. Take a shot anytime Tom Phillips says, head full of steam.
And number 3. Anytime a former TNA wrestler says or is referred to as making an impact. Alright, and we begin this episode with Finn Balor coming out, and we noticed there were a ton of Bullet Club chants very loudly at the beginning. But then again, what's new?
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen him do the too sweet gesture before, but so him going into the ring and doing that, I mean, I know Finn's the biggest tease there is, but still, he's leading me in.
Yep.
The hype is real.
The hype is so real. And he ended up getting interrupted by Elias Sampson, the Drifter, with a song. And oh my god, those were the loudest boos in existence.
Okay, so the Drifter. What are your thoughts, good or ill? You know, is he just someone people genuinely hate and don't want to see at all? Or is he just a really effective heel?
I think he's an effective heel. I really do.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that. Because I think that I've seen him in the past be kind of unnerved by the crowd reaction, at least with regards to singing.
Oh, yeah, but he held it together.
Yeah, this week he pretended the crowd was not there. He was just singing to Finn. I kind of almost wish the crowd would just be toned down a little bit so we could just hear his songs.
Yeah, it's impossible to hear the lyrics, what his taunts actually are.
Yeah, because I've heard from other people that the songs are actually pretty vicious.
Ooh. In
terms of, cutting people down, and that's some good heel stuff.
Yeah, we'd like to hear that.
I understand from, their perspective, but, turn the booze down.
We already know they can do that.
Yep.
Roman Reigns. Then he's interrupted by Finn kicking him and tossing his guitar. We kept hoping it was going to break, but we decided it has to be a personal guitar. So he's probably not going to actually break it, but dang it, I'm holding out hope.
Maybe the next TakeOver special, maybe he'll buy a special guitar. They'll give him a salary increase.
A destruction guitar.
Just be like, it's like, he'll go into the guitar sound. It's like, what kind of sound are you looking for? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna bash this over some guy's head. It doesn't matter. Just give me anything.
And next, we have American Alpha versus Hollis and Skylar. And as always, great technical moves by American Alpha. Always impressed by that. And I'm always impressed by their moves in tandem. Those are some A+ moves that they have as a tag team.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit critical here because I love American Alpha, but you can kind of call their matches like in your sleep. I mean, it didn't start out this way, but it eventually ended this way. Gable gets in trouble and the other end of the corner, other team's corner. They get over on him. They switch side. They switch partners. They just really give him the business. But then he pulls something around. He gets hot tagged from Jason. Jason just storms in. Destroys, pulls down the singlet. It's. I almost feel like he should just keep the singlet up, unless it's a takeover special. Make people wait for those nips. So that I don't know. That's just my criticism. Is just it just feels like, I mean, they're great. They're always great to look at and everything. It just kind of sick of them not knowing how to cut the ring in half. And I know their faces, so it's not going to be their thing as much, but still, it's kind of frustrating.
First, when you said it's always great to see them, I thought you meant the nips. So.
Oh.
Then we have Dash and Dawson coming out to watch the end of the match. American Alpha remains mostly unfazed, and of course they still win the match. We were kind of wondering if maybe there was going to be like a roll-up from behind from the other team, but American Alpha still pulled it off and came out with the win. Alright, and next we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Alex Riley. This was a pretty obvious win for Shinsuke because they've kept him on a winning streak so far, and as always, he doesn't disappoint. Although I will have to give it to Alex Riley. He gave a good fight in the beginning. Things were kind of going his way for a short amount of time, but Nakamura very quickly took over and won.
Going his way for a short amount of time is summarize Alex Riley's entire WWE career.
Yes. Because he is gone now.
R.I.P.
But yes, killed by Shinsuke Nakamura. Rest in peace. And next we had a women's match. We had Alexa Bliss versus Rachel Ellering. And Rachel was pretty impressive. I really enjoyed watching her. But Alexa, still the better wrestler at this point, and she won. But her eyes always tell the entire story that you need to know.
I think she's definitely getting. I mean, I've been down on some of Alexa Bliss's moves in the past videos, but I think she's improving well, and she has the facial stuff mastered perfectly. So I think we're gonna see big things from her in about a year or so.
All right, next we had Finn versus Elias Samson. This was a surprising match to me, just because I was not expecting Elias Samson to go up against someone like Finn Balor. Like, if someone had told me this match was going to happen, like, a couple months ago, I would have probably laughed very hard in their face. But Elias Samson got his own headlining match at the end of NXT. And he held his own well enough. I mean, they wouldn't put him up against Finn if he was completely incapable of wrestling. But at the end of the day, Finn Balor still kicked his ass. They kept it pretty short so that they could have Samoa Joe come out after the match, when Finn was demanding his rematch with Samoa Joe, talking about how he's NXT and he represents NXT and how he needs the title. And so, cut to William Regal coming out as well to announce when the rematch will be, which will be at the next TakeOver. And then Finn physically took down Joe, jumping from the ring, which we kind of talked about this and we agree was kind of heelish behavior, actually.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull the bullet until the next TakeOver special, but I think that they're kind of doing a slow build towards that. I really hope Joe comes out really dominant next week and he does something to retaliate and bring the stakes even higher.
Agreed.
Dallas, that's an example of, even when he's at a disadvantage, like when he was bled open, he still looked incredibly strong. So that's really interesting to see him in that kind of prone position at the end of the show.
Very true. Well, that's really all we had for you this week. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe and leave any comments if you have any in your pocket.